Hey Chaos fam, so I'm here with a quick tutorial. A client of mine sent me a picture that she saw of some watercolored flowers that she loved. I don't have a watercolor palette. I really want to buy one, but I do have Sharpies and I wanted to see if I could recreate somewhat of a watercolor look using the Sharpies. So I did watch a tutorial on this and she had a watercolor palette. So I'm just going to do what she did using the Sharpie. She did like a blob of the color, kind of stimulating the beginning of the petal, and then she stemmed off of that and created with her brush the shape of a petal. So there's our first petal. I want to give it more of a lighter effect in the center, so I'm just going to go back with my brush and tap 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 until I get the desired effect. Don't tap too much because you will remove the color and then your effect just will not show up the way you want it to. Trying to keep the color away from the center and more towards the ends, and the beginning of the petal can be much lighter. Alright, so I like how that looks. Now I'm going to let this dry a bit. This dries quickly because Sharpie dries really quick and alcohol does too. I'm using alcohol to create the effect, just putting alcohol on my brush and dapping it lightly and gently onto the blob that I made. Alright, so this is where I'm kind of unsure because I don't know if when I try to do the same thing that I just did on this petal, if it'll erase the effect that I did on the first one. Because with her palette that didn't happen, but because this is Sharpie and it's different mediums, they work in different ways, I'm not sure how it'll work out. So you guys will see if I fail or succeed. This is the first time I tried this. Alright, same thing. Just stem from the center and make another petal. Gosh, I'm nervous. Okay. Well, it does kind of erase it a bit, but I'm not mad at what I have going on here. I can definitely fix this and make it look more so like a petal or like two different petals with acrylic paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very super thin brush. I am going to outline the petals. So you want to start a bit thicker at the beginning of your line and then just feather it out as thinly as possible. Okay, it's barely noticeable, but it does give you more depth to your artwork. Same thing, and here I'm going to follow the veining that I already have with the second petal. Oh my god, I can't even talk. So we can show that it's two separate petals. Notice how the lines do not have to be perfect. I feel like the more imperfect these lines are, the more natural it looks. And I bring it up to the top, but just the slightest amount. Up on top, it is really like barely noticeable. You can even like dab up in here. Dab it rather than drag it. Now for the center lines, to make it look like veining, you know how petals have that natural veining? Same thing, same concept, super thin lines. These you just place the brush and just drag it up. Make sure your paint is like fresh and super wet still so that that veining is possible, because if not you'll just have like weird lines. And same thing, don't make them too thick. Okay, I like how that looks actually. I'm gonna make a little stem for this as well. The paint is like drying up. Alright, and for the leaves, because this kind of looks like when you do that brush stroke method, I'm gonna do those one-stroke leaves. Just took a brush, a flat brush, and I got some dark pink, oh my god, some dark green and a lighter green. Loaded my brush half and half, and I'm going to start making the petals. Let's do simple petals just so this video won't be the 2 tutorials in one. I want to make those petals a little bit lighter, so I'm going to load my brush with a little bit of the more of the lighter green. And should we do another one, or should we keep it like this? Let me keep it like that. I don't want to make it too intricate. So we're going to get some dark green, add a little bit of black to it to give it more depth and dimension. And with the brush nicely loaded, same thing with the lines. Follow the shape of the petal, flick it up. Make a line in the center as well. Same thing with this one. That was not a smooth application at all. Flick it up. Line down the center. You could probably add some little, let me see if I don't mess this up. Just to give it more detail if you want to, you could just, you know, one of these. And maybe on the other side as well. And let's keep it like that, because I don't want to mess this up. I feel like I did pretty good, considering it's the first time I do this and on camera for you guys. So let's wait for this to dry, and I will top coat this and show you the final look. Alright, that is the final look. This is how it turned out. I will put pictures in the end just so you can see a little bit more close up and in detail. My camera is not the best, so... But I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and it's easy for you to recreate, and you can practice it on your nail table. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe wherever you may be. Bye!